Ah, another Monday night. We couldn't do this thing on Sunday. We got a whole lot to cover. So we ain't even gonna BS around, poo-poo, none of that. We're gonna get on here, get this going. We're gonna get this here going. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I see you in the light. Good evening. Welcome to week 10. Week 10 is here. I know we were here yesterday, but we're going to cover everything today. Welcome to the week 10 aftermath of the report. Rob and Lord Wolf is on the way home. So we'll see them in live and in living color in a few minutes. So don't worry. But good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, and also the missus is with me as well. She's driving, so we'll
Okay,
both be
good
home in a
evening
few
to you
minutes.
too. Good evening to you too, First Lady.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Lonnie, how you doing,
Oh,
sir?
good evening. I also have the missus with me today. She gave me a little hand at the job today.
Good job, good job. I was on the grind trying to get your bread. Okay, we know we got a lot to cover, so we need to get right to it. All right, we ain't gonna poop around. First game, we gonna talk about what happened yesterday. I gonna let I gonna let Rob take this first.
All right.
Um, okay. We got an issue going on in the Windy City of Chirac. We have some issues going on in Chirac. You agree?
Very much so.
Um, so I just gonna give you the floor and I just gonna ask you the question. What in the hell is going on in Chirac again?
Well, Shine Rock is having the same problems as they've been having the last. Defense is good, offense is not. For some odd reason, like you said in the production meeting, for some odd reason, they just love to hire these defensive coordinators who doesn't have that much background on the other side of the ball. Little to none, if that. So, and it's bad because at one point everybody in the division was over 500. Now it looks like they're starting to shape up, and now it's the cream of the crops that's rising to the top, and the rest are falling behind. And it looks like it's the Bears falling behind all over again, just like per usual. And I don't know how to really say anything without being a butt about it, but it's just very simple. Coaching has got to go. Coaching's got to go. The franchise drafted Caleb Williams as number one pick for a reason. I think Caleb is just a rookie. I think that's just what it is. He's just a rookie that's making rookie mistakes. And one part of the rookie mistake is not being able to adapt to your surroundings. I know he's had a couple of games where he showed glimpses of it, but for the majority of the season, he has not. And then the ultimate game was when he played against Jaden Daniels, and that was the straw that probably broke the camel's back, and it probably cost him the Rookie of the Year award because not only you didn't outplay him, but then you lost to him. Nah, we're not going to look at you as the favorite anymore. So I think this year is almost a bust. They still have a chance, but they got a long way to go. But for the most part, I have no faith that the Bears will make the playoffs at all.
Lonnie, what's wrong
What?
with him?
Oh, y'all love the caveat. Well, I could say the coach, but I'm gonna top one off for you. The general manager. That's who I'm going to get. The general manager. You authorize the DJ Moore deal. You authorize the Keenan Allen deal. You authorize just shipping Justin Fields to go to Pittsburgh. You authorized all the draft pick, including Caleb Williams, when clearly all you really needed was a number two wide receiver and a guard. That's it. You didn't need nothing else. But since the Bears wanted to be the Bears, yeah, you can say the coach, but I'm gonna look at the general manager more than the coach. Because the general manager assembled this team. General manager authorized this team. And with him on his lap, I think this is what his third year. Hmm. Uh, okay. With his third year in the helm, I'm sorry, he got to go. General manager got to go, and the coach got to go too. Plain and simple.
Well, I will say we have a tendency in New England to get coaches fired. We got one coach fired so far. You know, for some reason, look like we are getting coaches fired. But I will say this: I have no faith in Matt Eberflus. I had no faith in him. I don't know what in the blue hell that they're doing up there. They messed up Mr. Trubisky, even though Mr. Trubisky shouldn't have even been picked that high. They messed up his career. Justin Fields know what back up. God knows what's gonna happen to him next year because he's free agent. No, y'all got Caleb Williams, who was supposed to be the next big thing. Next Patrick Mahomes, everybody talking about. He ain't nowhere close. Um, y'all need to get it together. Like my brother just said. GM need to go. Coach too. Find an offensive coordinator that can get that quarterback right. Because the weapons that y'all got there, with how y'all look, to only score 3 points? Three? You got Roma Duze, DJ Moore, Cole Clement, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, and they scored 3 points? Make that make sense. Y'all Chicago Bears, y'all is a mediocrity when it comes to quarterbacks. Y'all to find the good ones, and then y'all jack up the career. Damn.
Okay.
Here's another.
Uh, here.
Here's
Okay.
another.
Here's my issue when it comes to the general manager spot. I'm not going to give the general manager the boot because of look what he had to inherit before he got there. Remember, he
Trash.
had yeah, trash. Remember, all they had was just Justin Fields, Darnell Mooney, and that was it. Remember, he made the trade of all trades to pick up DJ Moore and give up that first round pick and give it up to Carolina. Which we out look now, it looks like it was the most horrible trade that Carolina could have ever done. So remember, the Bears robbed him off of that to grab DJ Moore. That was this general manager, and then this
Mm-hmm.
general manager gave the coach the weapons. He bought the weapons in. He picked up Keenan Allen. He resigned DJ Moore. He got DeAndre Swift. He picked up the weapons. I can't blame the general manager for getting the weapons, and the head coach can't do nothing with the weapons. It's not
But
a
that
GM
means,
problem. That's a
well,
head coach problem.
coach and offensive coordinator need to go.
That I agree with because if the general manager can go out here and mind you, he snagged Keenan Allen. Remember, he made a trade for Keenan Allen. So that was a trade. DJ Moore was a re-sign. Grab Swift from Philly. So it's not like and mind you, and then the head coach, remember, same draft class when he picked up Caleb Williams. Guess what he ended up picking as well? Tackle. Arguably the best left guard out there right now in the draft class. So he literally did everything you wanted, Wolf. This ain't a GM problem. This is a head coach problem. And everybody knew before the season started, if there was one seat that was extremely hot before he even get to anybody else's, it was Chicago's. Because we all saw what Houston did with their rookie quarterback and giving him all the weapons that he needed. Chicago got literally nothing but veterans on the team, and you're trusting a rookie to try and listen to it and his head coach. And we see what's going on. And it just doesn't work out. So they need to bring in a head coach that is offensive minded, but also strong enough to tell Caleb Williams when he's not playing well.
Now, our next team that might have to be under some scrutiny. We all know every time we head in the pond and a team lose, they don't come back the same. The Giants lost to one of the worst teams in the National Football League. Question is, evaluate the Giants.
Go ahead, Lone Wolf.
Say it one more time.
Evaluate the Giants. They just lost to one of the worst teams in the National Football League.
Oh,
in Germany.
Dumpster fire. Easy. Dumpster fire. God awful. Trash. Basura. Milking cows. They gotta go. General manager gotta go, especially. So no, I can't fault Brian Gable, but I'm gonna leave Brian Gable a pass. But the general manager gotta go, and here's the reason why he gotta go: because he's the one that paid the wrong man, and that will sting with him for the rest of his life. Then you have a Giants evaluation. Oh, by the way, one more thing. Daniel Jones, give us some of that money because you ain't worth $140 million.
Rob, same question.
Yeah, Lone Wolf, you 2 for 2. 2 for 2 because of the fact that you're picking the wrong people to get fired. GM, yes. But Brian Dable plays a role in this too. You keep forgetting he's the one that encouraged the GM to pay one other person. And forgot to pay, say it, sweetheart.
He should have paid Saquon.
Bingo. That was a head coach and GM conversation. Because when you pay one, you forgot about the other. And when you forgot about the other, see what he's doing in Philly. And remind you, what did we say last year? Without Saquon, he wouldn't have gotten his money.
What?
So Dable has much as a dirty hands in this as much as anybody else in that organization. So I agree with you. It was a bad loss. Wasn't as bad as another team that we're going to talk about soon. But it was bad, just not as bad as the other. At least with their loss was more of a coaching problem than a cultural problem.
GM. Yeah. Dable. Rob, I know you say he might not be fired, but you can't say his seat ain't warm.
Oh, no. Oh, I said he's gone. Lone Wolf said he's getting a pass. I can't give him a pass.
Oh, oh,
His hands is just as
oh,
dirty as much as anybody else's in there.
oh. Well, I agree with you 1000% because I
I
think GM and coach need to go. I think GM and coach need to go. Y'all put your hands in this Daniel Jones mess. Y'all gonna feel and pay the price for it. Um, y'all went ahead and caused all this mess. Um, you paid Daniel Jones, forgot Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley now the MVP candidate, and your quarterback is one of the worst in the league. And you've been there for 5 years.
Who happened to look? And the bad part about it, he lost to the quarterback who's absolutely the worst starting quarterback in the league.
And he didn't look too bad either doing it.
Yep. Found the running game too.
Shout out to Tuba Hubbard.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. Ran his ass off. But yeah, Giants, y'all ain't in my good grace. Y'all definitely not.
One more thing. So right now, I look at Carolina. If I was Carolina, offensive line and find yourself a number one wide receiver. That's all you need to find.
Can I take this next one?
Go for it.
Sure.
Kansas City.
Oh God.
No, I got this one for you. I don't need y'all to speak. I got this one here for you.
Oh, then we can go ahead and sip our Sprite.
I got this one for you.
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to evaluate both sides. Denver offense. I did you a great job. Bo Nix didn't turn the ball over. Had 2 touchdowns. He managed the game as he's supposed to. Cortland Sutton looked good. McDuffie was one of the best corners in the league, and Cortland Sutton did his thing. Sean Payton. See why they say that you're the quarterback whisperer? You know what to do with quarterbacks. I ain't give it to you. Bo Nix look better than goddamn Caleb Williams. Now, defense. Y'all gave the National Football League a blueprint to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Y'all gave the blueprint. Keep Mahomes off the field. Keep him in the pocket. Don't let him run too much. And y'all contain DeAndre Hopkins. We saw that coming anyway. We knew that. Y'all got the number one lockdown corner in the league. Patrick Surtain took care of that. I will say defense. Y'all forgot Travis Kelce. Shame on you. Not good. Y'all let Travis Kelce did enough. But this is who I'm going to get on. Special teams. Special teams. Y'all went ahead and had an extra point and a field goal with the same lineman that chose to don't want to do anything or participate in any sort of blocking. And Kansas City saw that. And they exploit it when y'all literally had Kansas City dead to rights on their first loss. Who to blame on this game? Not Bo Nix, not Sean Payton, not the defense, special teams. I put this loss on your feet. Y'all had Kansas City dead to rights. And that one lineman that caused that dude to jump over him and block that field goal, you ain't gonna be you. I know you didn't have a nice playing right back home. That was terrible. And when they see that on tape, they gonna want to whoop your ass. Because this is literally all on you. Because the Broncos did everything right except that.
Hey, man, you talking about the long snapper?
I ain't talking about the long snapper. I talking about the one lineman that didn't want to choose to block. If he did his job, the long snapper won't be an issue. He gonna watch that tape this week. Cause y'all Denver Broncos had that game won. I don't care what nobody say. Did I miss anything?
No.
Nope. Just that's the only thing you missed was the fact that I felt like the guy on Friday when they said he gonna cry in the car. Oh, I was in the car crying when that happened.
Oh, you talking about that? You talking about what's that dude's name? It's on my
The
mind.
point is, I cried in the car. I was working. I heard the block. I cried. End the story.
Oh, we talking about Ray. Ray is
Yep.
his name.
Point is, cried in the car. Hurt. Still hurts. Move on.
Thank you. See? I did it so y'all didn't even have to speak because I actually watched the whole game. Y'all
Good,
had
because
that game won.
I didn't want to talk about it. But thank you.
I didn't want to talk about it either because I felt bad for y'all that y'all lost that game. Wasn't y'all fault, damn it. Wasn't y'all fault. That damn special teams. Now, we're going to go up the street. We're going to take a trip to 295 North. Y'all know where I'm at?
Yep.
Washington.
Okay. I will ask y'all a question in this game. I'm not going to talk about Washington. I'm going to talk more about the Steelers. Washington, we know they're a playoff team. But one question I have for y'all as far as the Steelers, and I am going to bring Sister Girl in this conversation because even though she doesn't like the Steelers, she's going to have to be honest and answer one question for me. Are the Pittsburgh Steelers contenders or pretenders? And if they are contenders, where would you put them? Or should I say a better question? Where would you put the Steelers right now in the AFC? Rob, you first.
Well, I was gonna give it to her because she hasn't really talked that much. But
Oh, well, sure.
Go ahead, Rob.
uh,
Be honest,
hey,
sister. No, you defer to her.
Okay. So,
Yep, you're
are
gonna
they,
have to be
There's
honest.
no
Don't
running.
lie
are
to the
they,
American public. We know this is your division. Don't lie.
first of all, I don't lie about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Even when they played well, I've given them their credit to their highlights. And, I am all about Mike Tomlin. So,
Okay, good, good, good,
okay.
good. We on the same
So,
page. Go ahead.
okay, so let me start by saying they are contenders. Let's be frank. Anybody in the AFC North, with the exception of the Browns, has the ability to be a serious contender right now. And that's just how it is. Our division has always been super competitive. It's one of those divisions where you could easily see three out of four of us in the playoffs because of how good the teams play. Um, with that said, where do I place Pittsburgh? I would place them probably like fifth, fourth or fifth in the AFC. They're playing well. Um, do I think how deep of a run can they make? I don't know. And the issue that I have with them is because you don't know what you're going to really get. You know what I'm saying? I understand
Mhm.
that, Russell Wilson is leading this team, but let's be real. How long is this going to hold up? Because we all know what Russell Wilson like is a little injury prone. He ain't the youngest quarterback. Can his body sustain a deep run into the playoffs or even a Super Bowl run? I don't know if I can say he can and stay healthy. Um, but do I think that they're contenders or pretenders? They're absolute contenders. I will give them every day of the week.
Where would you put them?
He said fourth or fifth.
Fourth or fifth?
Yeah,
I can think with that. Okay. Rob, what about you? What say you?
definitely contenders. I said this was going to be a team that you might have to keep your eye on anyway. I was just waiting on the Russell Wilson factor, and from the looks of it, it seems like it's going well. But all good things must come to an end, and I'm waiting for the end, and it might be
Hmm.
this weekend. You. So I don't know about how far they can go. I was having a conversation with Ashley about this. It honestly depends on. They're more of a situational contenders than the top contenders. Like they have to be in the right situation. Like you know how when the Steelers used to win, they fall into the right situation on the road.
Yeah.
They play these weird teams where the situation went right for them. It's got to be
Hmm.
one of those things again because I don't. Even if they win the North, I don't see them outright being the favorites in the AFC. Not yet, anyway. I still think they still gotta go through their division in order for me to be like, okay, maybe this could be one of the sleeper teams that can go into the playoffs and knock a serious contender out. But right now, I would have them as the top wild card team because I still think Baltimore is the best team in that division, and they're one of the only teams that can go well that we'll see in Christmas that maybe can beat Kansas City in a fair fight. But I see them as contenders, top team. So I got them at fifth in the AFC because that would be the top wild card team. And it's just all about their situation and how they got to make it through the playoffs. Yeah, but fourth is actually them winning the division, and I don't see that happening yet until they beat y'all.
Uh,
Hmm.
Tony?
Contender. They're contenders. And why they're contenders is not because of Russell Wilson. It's because of their defense. Defense wins championships. Led by TJ Watts and Mika Fitzpatrick. And I can throw in Hayward for the bonus. And I can throw in a little bit of Patrick Queen. the one that the same Patrick Queen that Baltimore will see next week. That Patrick Queen. So the way I see it correctly is this. As far as I'm concerned, they're right now number 4 as the rank of the AFC. Will they win the division? That depends on if they beat Baltimore next week. Will determine how the division will stand. As of right now, they're number 4. Why? Because of their defense. And that's the way I see it.
Kansas City, Baltimore, Buffalo, Pittsburgh. That's 4, right?
Yeah.
I think that's my top 4. Yeah. Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore, whichever one you want. Wait, I'd rather put Baltimore than Buffalo, though. And then Pittsburgh.
Oh,
I
oh.
put
Now you're
Pittsburgh.
just saying
You say
that.
you had
I was gonna say now if you're just saying just in general who's the top 4, then yeah, Pittsburgh is top 4. I just would said 5 because I'm looking at it from the playoff spot.
Oh, being that
Because
Houston
playoff
winning the
wise,
division and we're getting the 4th seed.
right.
Ah,
But yeah, that's why. But
I
if you're just
agree.
going but I was gonna say, but if you're just going just straight off of who is the best team, like just without even like doing playoff wise, then yeah, Pittsburgh is top 5, number 4
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. Definitely. You say the defense. I say the fact that Russell Wilson, ever since he came in the helm, he's only thrown 1 pick.
Yep, and
Only
won 3 games.
and thrown
Yep.
and
And the one pick
thrown.
he threw was yesterday.
No, that was the first game he started. He threw a pick.
Yeah,
Um,
Oh, so he threw 2 picks.
uh,
He threw a pick yesterday.
and he has thrown for 8 touchdowns.
and they've won every game that he has been on the helm.
And they have scored at
Yep.
least 27 points a game.
Nothing. As much as we like Justin Fields, it's nothing personal. It's business.
Yep. 17 points a game compared to damn near 30. And you need it for this stretch that's coming up because you have your division, your whole division on the back end of this schedule. I like y'all chances. And being y'all survived the easy part of y'all schedule to be 7-2. Y'all are ahead and definitely got wiggle room on the back end.
Yeah, you do. I looked at their games. There's 3, 6. Wait a minute. Through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 6 all of them division game. 6 of them is all division game.
That's why he said, that's why. That's why he said that the divisional games are starting because that's the back end of their schedule. It's nothing but divisional games.
Right, but that's a good and a bad thing.
It's definitely a bad thing because literally now
everybody figure you out.
Well, not even just not even it's teams that no, I get what he's saying. It's teams that know him. So I understand that logic. The good thing about this is if it does come down to the point if the Steelers got to fight for a wild card spot, games like Washington could possibly be the determining factor of them making it or not because they've already knocked them off. And a team that's probably trying to get to them did not probably beat Washington at some point. So it can work out in their favor. Yep. It's just right now, they just have literally their focus is on division. That is literally it.
Yeah. The way I see it correctly for the next few games, they're going to have a tough time with Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson.
They got wiggle room. They got lots of wiggle room. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you.
I tell you this much. if it came down to the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chargers, it's going to give to the Steelers because remember the Chargers didn't, but the Steelers did. So that right there could be a deciding factor in who makes the playoffs or not. So that's what I'm saying for Washington. I mean for the Steelers, they have right now. If you look at it, if they want to be a wild card, they have the best odds of being a wild card team. They're probably 95% chance of making the wild card because of this front half of the schedule that they needed to have a great start. And I said, and that's what I also said. If they're about 7-2, 6-3, by the time they get to these tough ass divisional games, they're in great shape.
Right now they're at 3. Right now they're currently sitting on 3
I know.
seeds.
That's what I'm saying. They're in great shape right now. Because, and mind you, they're also in great shape because they got that one win in the division that right now Baltimore don't have. They got the one win. If I'm not mistaken, they played against Cleveland.
No, they ain't played no division game.
Well, no, I'm talking about Baltimore. Baltimore played Cleveland and they lost. So that one loss right now.
Right, and then they beat Cincinnati both times.
But the one loss to Cleveland right now is the reason why Steelers are up 1 because you just said it. They haven't played a divisional game, but they've got no losses because of that. So either way, you're a topsy turn on that. So I agree with Ali. They got wiggle room. It's not a lot of it.
Not a lot, but the fact that they got out of there with 5 games over 500, great. But divisional wise, not so much because you have to make sure you win these divisional games.
You gotta win. You basically gotta win. You basically gotta win 4 out of 6.
Yeah, 4.
And somebody you gotta beat twice.
Well, the only chance I'll say is if they beat Pastor Winston.
Yep, that's the only one because I think they're gonna have a tough time with Joe Burrow, and they're gonna have a tough time with Lamar Jackson.
Depending on if T. Higgins play. If T. Higgins playing in that game, I agree with you. If T. Higgins is not playing in that game, no.
It is, man.
Now, let's move forward. Remember earlier in the season we were talking about the Vikings?
Yep. Y'all was praising them. Mm-hmm.
They ain't looking so hot. Yep. They ain't looking so hot, y'all. They ain't looking so hot.
They started to turn back, but I thought they turned back.
In the last couple games, even though they won this.
And it was and to be honest with you, that game, let's just face it, Jacksonville had them on the ropes. If it wasn't for the Vikings defense, Jacksonville played a decent one base up be straight. Jacksonville played one of their best games this season. If you can pin down Jefferson, and if you can pin down Aaron Jones and pin down that Viking offense, we've been running rough shots, I say you play a good game. Because there's a few teams that can't pin them down. And Jacksonville did it. Jacksonville may look like they have an ugly ass record, but they're going to find a way to compete. And with Matt Daddy Jones, who was on the helm that day, he didn't do that bad at all. So for the Jaguar fans, don't take this loss personal. Hold your head up high, because I see a little bit different how y'all play without Sunshine.
Minnesota has went from being a Super Bowl potential NFC championship to how I'm looking at them right now. They might just survive the first round. And that might be nice.
I may
And that
go.
might be just being nice, depending on who they match up with. They might not even survive that.
I may go one up on you. Chances are they keep playing the way it is. They might not make
Well,
the
they gonna make the
postseason.
postseason. They got enough wins.
Because right now they're sitting at fifth right now.
I don't see anybody in the NFC that could really contend with too many teams to get in the playoffs. So I think they got room for error. But I mean, they won the game.
Not too much room. Not too
No,
much
but they
room.
won the game. I'm just saying, if they're trying to go, if they're trying to do what they're trying to do, they ain't looking like they're trying to do that because there's a team in the Motor City that's playing a hell of a lot better than them.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you one up on you. There's a team that's in Philadelphia that finally woke up a little bit. Atlanta is on a little bit of cruise control. And there is a sneaky team that I've been raving about in the desert.
Yeah, you have. Matter of fact, before we even get to some, before I was gonna get to that, but let's run by real quick.
Sure.
The Falcons lost to the Saints, and everybody forgot that a former Kansas City Chief wide receiver got signed to New Orleans.
Marquez, Valdez, Scantling.
100 yards and 2 tubs.
Not only that,
Go ahead.
Not only that, my terms are simple. New coach, new wins.
New coach, new energy.
Yeah. Because let's see here. Kirk Cousins threw for 300 yards, but he threw a pick. It was a Bijan Robinson show. 20 carries, buck 16, 2 tubs. So, but Atlanta defense, I've been saying about 1,000 times. Until they fix that pass rush, it's going to be a possible first round early exit if they get in the playoffs. Most likely they'll get in the playoffs anyway because I don't see Carolina. They beat Tampa Bay twice, and I think they lost. I think they only lost to the Saints. I think they split with the Saints already, did they? Yeah, they split with the Saints. They split with the Saints, and yeah, Atlanta most likely win the division. They beat the Bucks twice, beat the Panthers, split with the Saints. They're 4-1. So they got one more with Carolina. That's the end of the season.
Well, Lone Wolf, the War Dogs starting to come back together. CMC came back.
Not
No,
yet.
but CMC came back and had over 100 yards.
Which I expected to happen with a caliber person about that.
Sorry about that. We were getting food.
Hmm.
No, you
Now
good.
I was hearing about the Vikings.
Yes.
Little shaky loss, but I mean, a little shaky win, but a win's a win. I mean, you got it. I mean, when it comes to these great teams, let's just be frank about it. There's going to be at least one ugly win in their season. I mean, look at the team we're about to talk about soon. Valid win, but it was pretty ugly to get there. But still, a win is a win. I'll take the ugly wins over the terrible losses any day of the week. It was a bad look on these star quarterbacks this week, but they got wins. I think they'll take that more than anything else in the world. And they're still in first, and they're still fighting for the first place, and still right now, like again, in the driver's seat for the fifth best wild card spot. And again, no one thought that after the rookie quarterback got hurt, nobody picked the Vikings to make it this far, but they have. Got to give credit to what credit's due.
I still think Vikings gonna contend, but I just don't know how far they gonna get because they're shaky right now. You know they're shaky.
Yeah, because if they see a team like Atlanta in the first round, oh
Good
God,
night.
no.
Good night.
If they
Enjoy
see
your
Atlanta,
Ramadan.
if they see Atlanta first round, mm-mm.
Not good.
No. There's two teams you just said right about it. The third team, I'm not too sure. Detroit and Philadelphia, yeah, they'll get put out first round. Atlanta, I think Minnesota can beat them because I don't trust Atlanta's pass rush.
But do we trust? So you trust? So basically, so let me see if I get this right. You're trusting Sam Darnold more than Atlanta's pass rush?
If you want to come down, like defense wise, I trust the Vikings defense more than I trust the Falcons
So
defense.
again, like I'm saying, you're trusting Sam Darnold more than a pass rush of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't
I'm
going
not.
that far yet because
I ain't
Sam
going
has
that
not
far
even
yet
played it.
either.
You gotta remember, Sam has not even played a game in the playoffs. He don't know how this
I
goes.
understand that. I understand that. But right now, the way I see it, until Atlanta figure out get that pass rush, because you're going to need it in the postseason, what you going to do?
Well, they got home.
You think Atlanta can handle
Well,
Detroit?
well, first of all, we
Hell
didn't
no.
say that, and we all know that when it comes to Atlanta, Atlanta's probably going to be the fourth seed. So guess who you're going to end up seeing? The Vikings normally. That's why I said this. You know, and if Detroit, and mind you, if Detroit's got to deal with it, you know damn well Detroit is going to wipe the floor off the Vikings. Seen that already happen already. So
Mm-hmm.
that's
Right.
already been a done deal twice. Well, once, and
Mm-hmm.
it could be going on for number two. So no matter what happens, that's why I said because I said they're going to be the fifth seed, which is a wild card spot. So the only team that they will probably be seeing in that part in that area is either Atlanta or Tampa, and they have a better chance of beating Tampa than they do Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Because Atlanta is all broken up. I mean,
Remind you, remember the last time remember the last time in the playoffs. Remember they played the Giants, who had a Saquon Barkley and ran it up and down the field on them.
Oh,
So
I
now you're
remember
telling
that.
now
Because
you're
guess
telling
what?
me in a home field advantage of Atlanta, you got to deal with a Bijan Robinson and a Tyler Algier. No,
Right.
no, no. And I haven't even mentioned Kyle Pitts yet because he's been the ultimate X factor of this whole thing. Plus, you still got Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Ray McLeod. No. Minnesota do not want to go to Atlanta. Not
No,
in the playoff environment.
no, they won't be able to handle that. You don't want to blitz
Absolutely.
against that. You don't want to blitz against that.
No. And especially, and as much as one thing Kirk loves to read, he reads blitzes very well.
Mm-hmm.
So all he need to do is throw a three-step drop back to either Bijan, Drake London in the slot, or if you want to be funky with it, go give it to Kyle Pitts and let him run it up and down the field on you. So either way, you don't want none of that headache. They rather play Philly. I hate to say this. I think Minnesota rather play Philly because their style of brand of football is just like theirs. They run the ball and they throw less.
I don't like that matchup. I don't like the Minnesota Philly matchup. I don't like it. Not at all. Because Philly is now finding a way to gather themselves up together.
Wait a minute, Ali. Wait a minute. Hold on, Ali. Oh, no.
But
Oh,
don't
no.
get twisted.
Is this the same one that has somebody on the hot seat? Is that the same one? The same Eagles?
Oh, no. No, yeah. Don't worry.
Listen to what you just said. Now, hold on, Antonio. Listen to what you just said. Did you just say they're finding ways to win?
I don't understand. I don't understand. But just because I said that doesn't mean that Nick Sirianni is off my radar.
But he's off the hot seat.
Let's get that.
They go to the playoffs, they're off the hot seat. If they're in the wild card, he's off the hot seat at least for a second. Because you can't have it one way and say that.
He may be. Look here.
He's not Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, he may be off the hot seat by the managers, but he ain't off the hot seat by the fans. So no. He got earned the fans. Nick Sirianni got earned the fans.
He's already earned the fans back.
After he said
they're 7-2 and they're number one in the NFC East. And mind you, they've rested most of their players because guess what? They know they have a bigger matchup coming up on Thursday. Because that's more important than it is dealing with the Cowboys.
Yep.
The Cowboys. Where is our other favorite co-host?
So that's what I'm saying. You talking about Nick Sirianni this, Nick Sirianni that. No, Nick Sirianni knows exactly what he's doing. And you also got to remember, the Eagles were looking to get healthy, and they are at the right time.
Yep.
So when they were winning with the injuries, everybody wanted Nick Sirianni in a hot seat. But now, since he's getting all of his pieces back, now it's not a Nick Sirianni problem. It never was.
But you said Minnesota, then you say Atlanta lost, and then what's the next game?
Not too sure.
I got it.
You genius.
I got one. I wish you had your phone with you, Ashley. So you can put up that mask. Full mask. I wish you did.
Oh, don't worry. We just got home. Give me like 2 minutes.
I'm going to hold that game for right now.
Yep, give me 2 minutes.
Because I don't know about y'all this week, but this week been quarterback turnover machine week.
Yeah, it has.
From Joe Flacco throwing 3 picks. We haven't got to Jared Goff yet. CJ Stroud throwing, we haven't got them yet. But we're on this one. Hey, Buffalo, how you doing? You doing great? You doing fine? I know you got to win, but that still don't stop me from saying what I will say. I'm gonna let Robin get settled in there. Hey, go ahead, Chef. You been praising about Josh Allen?
I don't have anything to say about Josh Allen. I told you my issue with him. I said he is great in the regular season. He's all right. He could even be Patrick Mahomes in the regular season. I mean, he beat him more times in the regular season. 3 times. In the playoffs, he just can't beat him in the playoffs. So I won't be surprised. So if you're asking me if Buffalo beat Kansas City, are they better than Kansas City? No, because Buffalo ain't showing me that they could beat Kansas City in the playoffs. So I ain't gonna put them there. We seen this movie. They'll beat them in the regular season. Then when the playoffs come, it's a different story. No. But would I give them credit that they stopped the Chiefs from doing the one thing that the back in the day Dolphins done? Only done? Go undefeated? In Buffalo next week. But would I put them over Kansas City? No. Not yet. They got to show me they can beat Kansas City in the playoffs first. Beat Kansas City in the playoffs, and then we could have a conversation. But right now, I ain't about to say about Buffalo. Buffalo don't be in my. I don't have an issue with Buffalo until January. You do. You is the one that have problem. You the one that want to be critical with Josh Allen all season long. I'm not worrying about him not getting in the dance. I'm not even worrying about him playing well in the dance either. But closing the deal is the most important. And for the last 5 years, you have yet to done that.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be critical of Josh Allen.
Take this from me.
I'm like this.
I got nothing for it because all he gonna do is be like, yeah, but he still throws turnovers. He still does this. He still does that. But yep, they still win by 20. Yep, they still win because of him and not spite of him. But no matter what happens, Antonio's gonna find a way to say something bad about him. So I really don't care to have this Josh Allen conversation either. I don't. But since this is Antonio's guilty pleasure and he just doesn't want to admit it, go for it. That's why he got that stupid little smile on his face. Because just like talking about the Cowboys, talking about Josh Allen is his guilty pleasure in life. And he knows it. You know you got that. Look, Ali. You got that one thing that is a guilty pleasure that you know you're not supposed to have, but yet you do it anyway.
Chocolate.
That's what his is. His is Josh Allen.
Yeah, most people have chocolate.
Josh Allen is his guilty pleasure that he loves to talk about. I don't know why, but he just does.
That's some serious white chocolate.
Yeah, serious man loving. I can't do that. Not like this. I mean, the man is still top 5. I mean, the man is still one of the top 5 best quarterbacks in the league. And he still wants to find a way to go up in full mass to talk about a guy who only thrown 4 picks in 8 games, 9 games, 4 picks in 9 games. But yet, these last 2 weeks, he wants me to do this. And have a conversation about Josh Allen. For what? Because he threw 1 pick and he ran for a touchdown and they still won?
Mm-hmm.
He threw 1 pick, he threw 2 of them things.
1 point is, they won by 20, and yet you want me to pull a full mass of Josh Allen and still ask Buffalo, is this your king? And you know the answer is yes. They would rather
I'm
have.
gonna pull.
Speaking
I'm
of
gonna have a
Josh
little.
Allen,
So I'm gonna have a little state. I'm gonna have a stay of execution. So I'm gonna hold off this year king until he throws a pick and he loses at the same time.
Same.
That'll work for me.
anyway, so let's move on to the next game on the Chargers and the Titans. When the Chargers is proving to me again that they're looking like a playoff team.
Oh,
They're a playoff team.
They look good.
Oh. You face in Tennessee who has nothing.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do
the Chargers,
do
the Harbor.
Right. And you facing the Titans that has nothing but
He's
Calvin
doing a
Ridley.
lot better than that person that used to run the team. We don't mention his name.
No.
Oh no. I ain't mentioned his name.
No. Don't do
He's
that.
doing a whole lot better.
Oh no. No. Chargers doing well for start. Yeah, Chargers doing well for start. Come on. This is a Titans we're talking about.
It's an AFC win they need, because if they didn't get this win down the road, it could bite them later on for a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Which is true. Yeah. Which is true.
So I only have one word to describe that win for them. It's very simple. I had to find it, and now I have it now. They made a button for it.
Sensational.
That's all you can explain when it comes to their win. Sensational. It's what you're supposed to do, but when you beat them like that, it's just simply downright
sensational.
As in the word of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Leave that former governor of California alone.
And I love Arnold.
I ain't got no problem with him either. But I do have a problem with this team. New York Jets.
I told y'all. Dumpster fire.
And I told you about this underdog team.
We're not gonna go ahead and say the Jets going to the playoffs because they're done.
Said that last week.
Yep.
And my mind has changed.
Well, it's definite. Well, it's official now.
Yep.
And thanks to the Arizona Cardinals, like we discussed in our production meeting today, Mr. Gannon looked like he is a Coach of the Year candidate.
I am reluctant to agree. And Jets, again, just like the famous guy just said, sensational. When it acts ugly,
it's an evil world we live
in. And it just got evil in Gotham City, because guess what? Once again, you might not going to make the playoffs again. Well, it ain't no might. You're not. You got Aaron Rodgers. You got Breece Hall. You got Devontae Adams. You got Garrett Wilson. You got Quentin Williams. You got Sauce Gardner. You got C.J. Mosley. These should be enough pieces to you to make the playoffs. But is that a reality? I believe the word is
nope.
And the Arizona Cardinals reminded you. Yes, that man right there. Yes. And just for people who don't know, that's the old defensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, by the way. Good man. Good man. Him and Shane Steichen, boy, y'all missed in Philly, but it's okay. Good man right there. Good man. Very good man.
Before we get started, hold on a second. A public service announcement from me as Chefrazzi Report to you Jets fans. And that picture looked good. He looks good. And this is my public service announcement from all of us at the Chefrazzi Report and the family to the Jets fans.
That is true. That is 1,000% true.
Now, to the Arizona Cardinals. And I've been riding on this train for a minute or two. Matter of fact, I was the one that said earlier this season that they're going to be the improving team. And boy, oh boy, right on cue, right on schedule, they're starting to become an improving team. They're starting to turn heads. And to be honest with you, I wonder if Kyler Murray could be up for the NFL Comeback Player of the Year.
Good, but no.
And then I could throw in that conversation now with there's two conversations. I know he'll be coach of the year. I know he's up for coach of the year. But somebody in Arizona should be up for something. But Kyler Murray might be in talks of comeback player of the year. You say maybe, but maybe not.
This guy right here.
He's gonna be coach. He might be coach. He's the odds-on favorite coach.
Him. That guy right here. Come on.
Yeah, he's the odds-on favorite coach of the year. I told you. I got him as coach of the year.
He won't.
So yeah, but Kyler Murray to me might be possible comeback player of the year. Possible.
He ain't.
But gotta see more. The problem is, and as far as Marvin Harrison Jr., I like Marvin Harrison Jr., but unfortunately, unfortunately, he might be in talks in possible rookie of the year. But until then, it's Jaden Daniels to
Thank you.
Point is, this Arizona team ain't the same team that you saw last year. I know. And what that coach, that potential coach of the year guy, right there, had brought some defense that Arizona was lacking. Not to mention lacking for number one wide receivers, which they have one right now. I'm telling you, come on this Arizona Cardinals train. It's lovely. Is everything. I know Rob's not convinced unless they beat the 49ers one more time or the Rams one more time. So I understand your situation. Until they beat one of them two teams one more time, he won't be convinced.
I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not saying I'm not convinced. I actually am. I'm actually am impressed. I'm impressed with what they have done. Don't get me wrong. My only issue with the Cardinals is we've seen this story before with Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
We saw this 2 years ago. Remember?
2 years ago.
3 years ago when he was fully healthy. They were number one in the division. And right in the back half of the season, what happened?
They fall from grace.
Bingo. It's not like I'm not impressed. I've seen this story before.
Right.
So I got to keep that in perspective because if they fall from, because mind you, they fall from grace, I don't want to hear no more talks about the Arizona Cardinals. Because this will be the second time in 3 years that Kyler Murray has had a lead in the NFC West.
Fast start, and then all of a sudden they don't make the playoffs.
And he squandered it. So I want them to succeed because, as me and Ali have always said, we have been waiting on new blood in the NFL for so long. Mm-hmm. And he's part of that new blood. Mm-hmm. It's time for teams like Arizona, Detroit,
Atlanta, Minnesota, who else? Washington. All these teams that have been like bottom feeders for a good while. It's time for them to rise up and be the dominant teams of the NFL. But you got to learn how to win.
Mm-hmm.
You got to learn how to win in this league. It ain't easy doing it. It's not easy. So for Arizona to have 5-4 right now in a division that is still 6-4 still in a division that is still wide open, and the fact that the 49ers got their guy back, and it seems like with their guy and with other new pieces, they look like they can be their old selves again.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see it. That's all I ask. If you can, and mind you, they did the hard part. They beat the 49ers on the road. That's the hard part. This should be the easy part by getting them at home. Now, if you can't get them at home, I don't want to hear Arizona being this top team or even possibly even be a playoff team.
I say they're going to be a most improved team.
I hope they are because I really want this to happen for them. I just need for Kyler Murray to grow up. And he looked like he's doing that. I just need him to, as Ali says, job's not done.
No.
Finish the job.
No.
And right now, their job is to win a division. And make
and their schedule, if you notice something, they got Seattle. They got to go to Seattle. They got to go to Minnesota.
Oof.
They got to go. They got Seattle come to them. New England come to them.
Oof.
They go to Carolina.
Oof.
And then the last two games are division.
See my point?
At the Rams, and the 49ers come to them.
See my point?
Not an easy schedule, it looks like.
Very not.
It's tough.
It's not medium tough. It's tough because just like the Steelers got to go through their division in the back half,
right.
Arizona's got to go through theirs in the back half. So the
That's
wins they're
not
getting
easy,
right now,
especially
needed.
You want Arizona to face their division in the back half when the Niners just finally got healthy?
Exactly. And now they figured out that Ricky Pearsall can actually play.
Play? Oh my God.
Ooh, okay.
Bang Bang Niner Gang 2.0.
Go right ahead. Deal with that headache.
Hey, I'm not sleeping on the Niners.
That's exactly why the 49ers drafted them, because you know that Ayuk can't stay healthy or Debo might be on his way out.
No. Ayuk just needs Jesus. Ayuk needs Jesus. He's stealing money too.
Ayuk need Jesus.
Oh. So, you know, I like to.
Let him be in that cave for now. We'll deal with it when we're not just scraping by. We slept. The next day we just mined a bit more. I think we just found some more.
Gotta make sure I here looking for something, because y'all know I like video moments.
Yes, sir.
I have a particular play I need to show y'all.
Well,
I have a particular play. I have a particular play I need to show y'all.
There's two words for it.
Is this footage featuring?
Huh?
Run it.
Roll it, and let me guess. Something happened in Jerry World.
I said a play.
Run it.
I didn't see around this area. Whatever was going on in this area. Something about this area was not good. We're getting just.
Listen.
Guys aren't, I kind of feel bad for these guys like Zach Martin. That's what I'm
You laughing and you ain't even listened to the whole damn video. You must have watched it already.
Because I already know.
I kept looking for food, and before you say why did we go kill more fish?
All right, so okay. First of all, Lone Wolf, have you even watched the video? No, have you watched the video? Did you listen to what Michael Parsons said?
Oh yeah.
I have a
Okay.
better one.
I
have a better one.
sure about that.
I have a better one. You thought that was bad? Here's a better one.
Oh please, Michael Parsons.
Couldn't see the ball. Couldn't see the ball at all. Just saying. But yes, 1,000%. I mean, y'all doing my job right now.
I mean, we got.
So I got you. Let me set this up. So we got one person disrespecting a Super Bowl winning coach.
Hold on. Let me get it right. There we go. Go ahead. Yep.
And we also have CeeDee Lamb suggesting to Jerry Jones that they need curtains so they could be able to see the ball when it comes to them in the end zone.
Yep.
But Jerry Jones, from what he was saying, is he saying when y'all flip the coin, y'all chose the side of the side of the field you wanted to feel first, right? What the fuck they gotta do with anything? I'm sorry for cursing. I really do apologize. But this team really pissing me off. Like, what does that really got to do with anything? Michael Parsons going ahead and talking and disrespecting a Super Bowl winning coach.
Oh boy.
That's been in the league longer than you have. What have you done this year?
He's been alive more than he has.
Matter of fact, he been sitting on the sideline collecting a paycheck while he's hurt.
I don't understand the dysfunction of, you know what? I've been saying this from day one. That owner is like a thorn to my spine. He's not even a thorn to my spine anymore, gentlemen. He is literally one of those medieval long swords, and he is sticking it in my rectum right now. But this is how Dallas look right now. Cooper Rush. Thank you, but I wasn't ready for that yet. Because what I got to say gonna make you want to play it again. Cooper Rush had. Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna turn it over to y'all. But Cooper Rush didn't even have 50 yards of offense. Think about that. Cooper Rush didn't even have 50 yards with his arm.
Nope.
That which means CeeDee Lamb didn't even get 50 yards of offense.
Nope.
The best player on offense was Rico Dowdy.
Yep.
And I'm not even going to talk about Philly because what Philly did was no surprise anyway. They put belt to ass.
I told y'all that spread was disrespectful.
I know, right? And still, you still Jerry Jones want to be in front of the media like y'all is hot, like y'all hot-ish. But your whole team throwing each other on the bus. like a bunch of high school kids on Saved by the Bell.
Yep.
Like I can break it down. Dak is Zach. Screech is Jerry Jones. And
CD is
and
AC
Mario
Slater.
Lopez. That's CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
No,
Don't worry about-
Jerry is the principal.
Mr. Bell.
Oh, Mr. Belden? Okay, got you. You know,
Screech is Michael Parsons.
Huh?
Screech is Michael Parsons.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Got you. So, am I surprised that they count that they don't even deserve the name?
Nope.
The Alice. Oh! I remember what I said.
Remember what I told you?
Ass boys.
Because when you take the Dow out of Dallas, what are you?
Ass boys.
Yep.
I said that, right? That's what I said in the production meeting. That's what they are. Ass boys.
Yeah.
That's what y'all are. That's what y'all are. Yeah. Just like what the acclaimed in AEW call all their opponents a bunch of ass boys. That's what y'all are. Ass boys.
Let me go ahead and just play this song for you.
My little pony, my little pony.
Yup. They had a nerd to call us little ponies all year last year.
Nothing but some ass boys.
No, not this year.
Boys.
But to me, I enjoy watching the soap opera. This is better than General Hospital.
This is like As the World Turns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he brought Contra out. Oh shit. Oh god. Ooh. Oh, hey, what I mean? Mission complete.
No, actually, that means Cowboy season is over. That time means Cowboy season is over. Let's put it away. This team is the inmates run the asylum. That's how I see it. They're not functional. They're not a team. You see CeeDee Lamb throwing the temper tantrum. You see Michael Parsons disrespecting the coach. You see Dak Prescott, who got the help out of there quick, fast, and hurry, got his money. You see a whole bunch of offensive linemen, with the exception of Zach Martin. Zach Martin is getting too old for it. You got no pass rush on defense because there's no Michael Parsons once again, and no D-Law. You got Trevor Diggs getting beat the hell up, left and right. Devontae Smith was having a good time with him, too, by the way. He couldn't contain A.J. Brown. You couldn't contain Saquon Barkley. You couldn't do nothing. You're a dysfunctional team. You are, I'm going to put it away. You are worse than the Carolina Panthers. At least Carolina has some pride. They may be getting their ass kicked, but at least they're trying to fight back. You Cowboys and Cowboy fans are getting a dose of reality. We've been telling you a whole time. Zeke Elliott hasn't been the same since Travis Federer retired.
He's old.
Yeah, he's old, Mr. Step. You're right. I don't want to hear Can't Get Right say about politics. No, your team sucks. They're awful. Just let it go. I explained to Ken Get right that you need an offensive line to rebuild. You didn't rebuild that. And I still can't get right say, next, you might need a running back because you ain't going to keep Tony Pollard. What happened? Prolonging. Tony Pollard got the hell up out of there, went to the Titans, which he ain't doing too well up there. The point is this, for you dysfunctional, delusional Cowboy fans, let it go. Scrap the season. It's over. You're not getting postseason. You have been.
Hold on.
Hold on a second. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. This is. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, Rob and Allie. Help me out, Rob. Help me out, everybody. Every time a team scores 20 points or more against the Cowboys, they lose the game, correct?
Absolutely.
And now they're 0-6 when teams score 20 points or more. So did I tell you
That
something?
seems like it's been the story.
It's been a story like that ever since the Saints put 44 on their head. Let's keep it buck. I'm gonna pass it down to Rob. Ever since the Saints put 44 on their heads, they haven't been the same. But the Lions, hold it, Saints basically broke their Saints the Saints broke their back, but the Lions put them out of their misery. Or how about the way, Saints broke their spirits, but the Lions put them out of their misery. You go ahead, Rob.
You're still like two men with nothing. Parasites. So we thought that we built a mine. I don't know why I was under the assumption that we would have enough time. If you keep full enough in the world, build like a nice looking.
Sticking it in there. Yeah, sticking it in there.
Yep. Dr. E is here.
Fair enough.
With a prognosis. Well, looks like Rain Dakota Prescott is going to have that surgery after all.
Mm-hmm.
Which means he's not going to come back for the rest of the season. I feel bad for them.
I don't.
Because there was so much promise for this dysfunctional franchise.
Who gives a shit?
People keep forgetting. Ever since their last championship, Jerry Jones has been the general manager of that team down in Arlington. And yes,
Ass
Antonio,
boys.
and yes, Antonio, Dr. E is here now. He is here.
Talking
And
about the ass boys.
yep.
You look like the dude from Star Wars.
Obi Kenobi.
No.
The
Come out from the dark
evil one.
side. Come out from the dark side.
Oh, gotcha.
But yes, we've come to the prognosis that Dak is going to have the surgery. He will not be back for the rest of the season.
Good.
Because he even said it himself. We effing suck.
Good.
And for the first time in probably in a good 4 years, he's 1000% right. You guys effing suck. You guys blame the coach. You blame the sunlight. You blame everything but the one that you should need to be blaming.
Yourselves.
That part. Look in the mirror and see why you're losing. No effort. No cares about. You don't deserve to wear the star on your helmet. You don't deserve to have the privileges of what the Cowboys that came before you has had and the future coming towards you. You are a disgrace to the future teammates of the Dallas Cowboys. I hope every last one of them are gone. I hope they do a cultural rebuild from top all the way down to the kicker. Culture rebuild. The kicker is probably the only one can stay.
Well, they don't want to get rid of guaranteed points.
No, that's it. No. He's the only one. He's the only one that's been contributing at all this season. So if you're looking for the MVP for the Ass Boys, it's Brandon Aubrey. And the bad part about that, I said he could be the reason they can get points this year. So I hope they tear this entire team down, piece by piece, player by player. I hope Micah Parsons is not a Cowboy next year. He needs to go. After what he said, he needs to go. And he better watch it. Because one thing about Jerry Jones, he could be your best friend, and he can be your worst enemy. Right now, you're on the other side of that. Talking about his guy. So, sir, you do realize you're also still playing for a contract for your team or anybody else's. I watch what you say from now until the end of the season. Because I can tell you this much. Once the Texans destroy you, once the Commanders put their necks on you, and then the caveat of it all, when you lose on Thanksgiving Day to the New York Football Giants, when billions, let me say this again, and maybe I can just put this hood up for now. Billions of people watching Thanksgiving Day. Because guess what? There's no basketball. There's no soccer. There's no hockey. There's no college basketball. And there's no college football.
Nope.
Thanksgiving Day is dedicated to one sport and one sport only for the entire day for 3 games. That's football. And you have hosted every Thanksgiving Day since the beginning of you being televised on Thanksgiving. It will be a shame for you to lose to the Giants on Thanksgiving Day. But I believe it's going to happen. And when the Giants beat you, Dr. E will tell my partner, Mr. Soul Snatcher, to come down to Arlington, Texas, and have a Christmas gift early. Because we will be on the plane, getting ready to come down to Dallas, and drive to Arlington, and sit in the luxury box. Because he's not he's gonna sit in the luxury box. See, I'm gonna put him in the luxury box this year. He's not gonna just go be on the floor and just snatching souls. No. We're gonna treat him with style because he's been doing this for a while. So I gotta upgrade him a little bit. See, we're gonna sit in Jerry Jones' suite because that's the first one I want to get. I want to get him first. I respect the old man to the point where I want to get his body first. Because that's the only way the Cowboys are going to win, is if we grab his body and he dies. So we're going to get that first. Then we're going to track down to the rest of the team, player by player, fan by fan. Because I want fans too. I want the fans. Especially the fans of the Dallas Cowboys. Because see, Thanksgiving is supposed to be about giving. It's supposed to be about sharing. It's supposed to be about being thankful to everything that you have done. There he is. So we're gonna go to Dallas together early on Thanksgiving. So we're gonna have some turkey. We're gonna have some chicken. I want to go to Whataburger and I want to try one of their burgers because I heard Whataburger burgers are bomb. But then after that, then we're gonna drive down to Arlington and we're gonna capture the souls of the Ass Boys. Who, once I'm done with them, then once I'm done with them, and after they've been recreated into my image, then they could become the Dallas Cowboys again. But until then, me and the devil's favorite son is going to make a trip down to Arlington on Thanksgiving, and it's going to be a glorious day for us because Christmas is going to come early.
Yes.
We're not even going to have to wait till December to know that they're eliminated from the playoffs. We'll find out by Thanksgiving.
For the ass boys.
Much appreciated.
Yes. Ass boys. um, appreciate you, dead man, for wearing that.
Yes.
But so this is what we're gonna do, right?
When you hear that song coming,
Yep. Dig their grave. I've already got workers. We're making the plaques. We've already got a grave set for we have a grave set for over 100 players and for billions of people.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Yes. All them crying fans too. Hey, hey, bro, you're gonna have to set up a couple football fields for that, homie.
Oh, don't you worry. I made a phone call.
Got you.
We'll have them ready to go.
oh, don't worry. I already got that all set up, ready to go.
Yeah,
See, my
we got
Black
that
Birds
covered.
already is at Richmond International Airport. It's
Yep.
ready to get taken off.
Yep, that bird is ready to go. Don't you worry.
Fueled up, fuel and ready.
But so that's what we're gonna do, right? I am going to literally put a timer on this last subject. I'm gonna put, being that this is the witching hour, I'm gonna do a segment called the 2-minute warning. So the last game, of course, we're gonna talk about is the Detroit Lions going against the Houston Texans. But here's the thing, though. There is a 2-minute timer. So each of us is gonna say our say, and we have to get it done in 2 minutes. I'm gonna give it to Lone Wolf first. We all have to cover our story within the 2 minutes. Lone Wolf, floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's just say Detroit had that grit. Detroit came back and won, despite Jared Goff turning the ball over 5 occasions. Rob?
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes.
130.
Go.
This was a huge mess. But for now, we made a simple.
It's on you.
Some food.
Oh, you want me to go? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was 2 minutes each. My bad.
No. 2 minutes together.
Oh, my bad.
117.
Oh, simple. Best team in the NFC. Only team that can beat Kansas City. Bye.
Detroit showed grit. Y'all want to talk about a good team having 5 turnovers and still manage to come back from double digits and still win a game? That's scary. Super Bowl contender? Definitely. New Orleans? Definitely. Kansas City? See you there. That's the only 2 teams I care about. Them 2, collusion course. February. Anything else after that for me? Except for Baltimore. Baltimore will be the only thing that might change my whole story. But any other than that, I gonna be sitting down looking at the Super Bowl like, what the hell are we watching? Because we all, for some reason, we all end up in the Super Bowl together every year. So I don't want to see nobody else but 3 teams in the Super Bowl right now. I said right now. We still got another 7 weeks left to go. So, well, right now, Baltimore, Kansas City, Detroit. That's it. That's the cutoff. That's the VIP room. Everybody else is outside in the general population of the club. Whoa, see that? We did it in 2 minutes. Now.
I was feeling good about this new base number.
Now.
This one was
we are approaching Thursday night.
Woo. Back to back good Thursday night games. Thank the Lord.
Yes.
Woo.
Thursday night is huge. So we are going to be online on Thursday night. That is no question, no ifs, ands, or buts. We are going to be back up here Thursday night. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm gonna repeat that again. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. There is a huge game coming on Thursday that we must be in attendance for, and we must be here watching. So please make sure that y'all know that 8:30 we're gonna be back on here, and we will cover everything else. But for right now, Miami is beating the Rams 17-9.
Mm.
And it's the fourth quarter.
Ooh. We got a game.
Yeah. Not too many touchdowns. Only two has been scored.
We got a game.
One by a fourth string running back and Tyreek Hill. You can do the math about that. Now, we don't know if they're gonna hang on. Miami's gonna hang on to win. Miami want to have any sort of a season being saved, they must win tonight. So with that said, I ain't even gonna do outro. I just gonna be plain and simple. Thursday night, we are back up here so we can have another divisional matchup going on. But for now, we are getting out of here to watch the rest of this. And we'll cover everything else on Thursday. But for right now, we have a whole week in front of us and a whole week in front of us, and all of us have busy lives to go on to. So for right now, Rob, Lone Wolf, yours truly. I'm not doing outro music. That's the outro right there. There's a fourth quarter going on. Peace.